Teacher in California. I know it's midway through the year, but I want to give you a tour of my classroom. The reason is because I benefited a great deal from watching other people's videos. So this is my second year. I teach fourth grade. This is my second year here at this school. Last year I had, my theme was Minions. And this year it's Star Wars. So let me go ahead and I think I'm going to start by showing you outside. There's actually two doors that lead into my room, one from the outside and the other from the inside commons area. So let me, I'm going to show you the commons area first. So I am outside right now. And this is one of my writing project walls. So I have quite a bit of space out here. And if you come here, you'll see this is my writing wall. This is what you see as you walk in from the hallway. I'm going to move the camera so you can get a good view of the whole classroom. Okay, and this is the door that we just walked in. So as you can see, the door has the exit ticket pocket chart. It's a way for me to assess who got the day's lesson. So the students will solve the problem that I put on the board and then come put it in their individual numbered pocket. And then I see who understood the lesson and who needs some reteaching. Okay. Let's move over here. You'll see there's my calendar and my clock, which I apologize. It looks like I'm missing a petal. Must have fallen. On this little desk here is where the students sign in and out to go to the bathroom. My bathroom policy is if you go to the bathroom during instruction time, you'll owe me 5 minutes of your recess. There are the bathroom passes. The little red bucket there is, here we give out Roars tickets. So if the students are behaving or they've accomplished something, then we give them a Roars ticket. And then once our class bucket is full, then they can earn some type of incentive, like extra recess or technology time or donuts or something like that. This is our writing process pencil. I got that off TPT. And the students' clips, they move their own clip up and down the pencil depending on where they are in the writing process. It's a good way for them and for me to assess how they are progressing in their writing project. Sometimes I know that if they're staying in the pre-writing, that I know that I need to pull them aside. Okay, here. I don't know if you could see that well, but those are my signal posters. So the students have to memorize these signals, and they let me know, if they need to go to the bathroom, sharpen their pencil, get a tissue, if they have a question. So they're all right there. I know the light makes it hard to see. I got this from a colleague, so I don't know exactly where they get it from, but I'm sure you can find something similar to that on TPT. So that's where I put the exit ticket. That's where I put my problem of the day. I also use these Math Talk. They have magnets on the back, and they're good for when we are doing Math Talk. We do homework club. So if the students are bringing in their 2 pages of homework, then they stay in the force. If they don't bring in their homework, then they move to the dark side. And if you stay in the force the entire quarter, they get some type of party or prize. There's my schedule and where I write the homework. There's nothing written on it right now, but that's where I put what we're learning in math, any notes that I want them to copy into their math journal. Okay, and then we have our behavior chart. Behavior, they go up and down the chart, mainly depending on their Class Dojo points. So I use Class Dojo daily. It works very well in my class. And this chart, this long chart here that you see, that's my Class Dojo store, I guess. It's where the students can earn things using their Class Dojo points. So they can get anything from music time to wearing slippers to picking a partner, sitting by a friend, eating with a teacher. So they're on Treasure Box. So there's a lot of neat things that you can they can use their Class Dojo points for. Here is my Class Dojo store. So in my class, you have to buy your supplies with your Class Dojo points. And then this is where I keep it. I have a student who is in charge of the store, and they could only buy their supplies during breaks and before announcements. Okay. In here, I have my cleaning supplies, and some Kleenex and extra tubs. I don't know if I'll bore you with everything in here, but ooh, there's all my extra crafts stuff that I need in there. These are all my extra tubs. The trays I use for centers and my treasure box. And I forgot to show you in here, behind these walls, is where I keep our leveled readers and the stuff for centers. And all the extra copies that I make. On the bottom is just textbooks and extra library books. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on over here. I won't get a little closer because there's names on there. But this year I started Jedi Masters and brag tags. So every time a student gets 100% on a test, then I write their name on a Post-it note, and then they get to run and put it onto the Jedi Master bulletin board. Also, students get brag tags, so like if they're good for their sub, or if they get honor roll, or if they're showing roars, then they get a brag tag. Okay. This is the small group area. So this is where I pull the kids for small groups, either math or ELA. I love my lights. Okay, so my students are numbered in groups 1 through 6. I had them in characters like Chewbacca and Darth Vader, but somehow 2 of them walked away. So now they are grouped in these either groups 1 through 6. Okay, and there's my sign letting them know that when I am back here, you're to ask 3 classmates before you come ask me. I have my cart. It's usually full with manipulatives, but I put some of them away. That's where I put my to-do, what we're going to do today. And those are the Star Wars characters I was telling you about just right now, where it looks like I'm missing 2 of them. There is my welcome sign. I got that from Hobby Lobby. There's my welcome sign. Got that off TPT. My smart board, which I just got them to hook up for me, so I'm loving being able to use that. My projector right now, my projector is broken, so I am having to use a table projector, So I'm not too happy about the setup. You can see all the wires. The students come by and they unplug things, and it's just a mess, and I can't wait for them to fix my projector. I have two tables. One there is where I sit, and here is where if I'm needing to work with a student, with my students who I know are going to need some extra assistance, I have them sit right there. Okay. Let's see. There's another cart that I have that has just extra supplies, so I don't have to keep getting up. I have a desk here. One side is for math. That side's for math, and this side's for ELA. Just my TEs and whatever else I need. Student files. I'm getting ready for open house. It makes it easy for open house to just be filing throughout the year. That way all I have to do is pull out their file and put it on their desk, and then I'm ready for open house. Math facts. We do timed tests in here, so that's where I keep all the extras and where they are. There are my binders for vocabulary and grammar and reading. I have my missing work project. So students, when they're absent and I have the extra tests, I just put them in there, or any extra things that they're missing go in there. There is mystery behavior. So I don't do that often, but if I'm seeing that my students are not doing well with transition or with walking on the red line, then I will do a mystery behavior. The students don't know what behavior I'm picking, but throughout the day I will hand out roars to people who are showing that behavior, and then at the end of the day I tell them what behavior I was looking out for. There's my timer. Secret student I do daily. So I pick a student at the beginning of the day, and then I watch them all day and see if they're showing roars and they're just behaving well, then they get some Class Dojo points. Those two Star Wars keychains, I got those for Christmas from a couple of my students. There's my Mrs. Espinoza pencil. I don't know exactly where I got that from. I believe I got that from Etsy, but I'm not too sure. The do or do or do not, there is no try. I got that from Hobby Lobby. This is my board that I use for when I'm doing math. Those are my classroom rules. You'll see they are Star Wars themed. This here, in my class, we do choice board. So, and we do it every 2 weeks. Let me see if I can kind of zoom in on that. I don't know if you can see that or not. But, so this is for 2 weeks. And then the students have to pick one in the math. Then they have to do one in the reading, and they have to do one in the writing. And they get to choose which one. If they do more than that, then they get 5 points for each one that they do. And these are part of choice board. These are the math task cards and the act of kindness. This is just a little area that I've decorated. It also reminds students to use the force. I got that from TPT. There's my microwave and my refrigerator. Here's some mugs that some students got for me. And then here's my desk. It's not as organized as I would like it to be. It would take like a whole day to figure out where everything goes, but you know, it's real world, so. This is where I keep my brag tags. So it makes it really easy. So if throughout the day, if I see a student who is showing good citizenship, then I'll come over here, grab brag tag and then hand it to them. That's where I keep like in dice and those types of things that teachers need every now and then. This is where I keep my curriculum. I keep my curriculum in these pockets. Okay. Those are some of my binders. My data binder, my sub handbook. That's where the choice board tub there. That's where I get, that's where I put all the math task cards. Okay, there is my candy jar. Okay, then we have crates here. This is my crate for the week. And so when students are absent, their neighbor will come and they'll get one of these and they'll put it on their desk. And everything that we hand out that day, they know when they come, it's all in there. And then here's all the stuff for the upcoming week, and I have it labeled according to subject, so math, ELA, homework, that type of thing. Here's a choice board crate. So when they're doing their choice board and they need a certain form, they just come over here and they pick the form that they need to be able to do that assignment. In here, just some stuff that I have. I don't really use that safe, but apparently there's one in every class. Here's some games we really don't use, but they're there if they want to. In here are some math manipulatives that we're currently using, and then there's supply caddies. I don't like too many things on the counter, so I keep them in there. And down here are all the extra copies and some notebooks. I like to be ahead, so I have copied for weeks and weeks ahead of time. But then the problem is, okay, where do you store it? So that's what ends up happening. They end up going in the cabinets. This is Chewbacca. So I made him, we do box tops at this school, so the students, they'll come over here and they'll feed the Chewbacca here, and then when the box lady comes, she turns it over and she can get the box tops out of the back. I can't take credit for this. I saw something like this on Pinterest. I believe it was a Valentine's Day box that they made, and so I made mine into a box top. And then I have that, it says feed Chewbacca box tops and help earn money for our school and our class. We may even earn a prize. So there's that. Then I have R2D2. We're a community, help build our classroom community by letting R2D2 know about a student that was helpful, any problems with the student, or any ideas to help our classroom. So I made that as well. And it's just a small garbage can. The students come in and, if they want to put something in there, they just put it in, and then at the end of the day, I open it up and get those out. Okay, I'm going to move back here. This is my math wall. I had a title, but I found that it took up too much room. By the end of the school year, all this will be full. So the title just gets in the way. And then this here is where I will put up any science or social studies posters that we may be using. I have two trays here, one for the student classwork where they come turn it in here, so that way they're not just dropping things on my desk. And then here is the homework tray. When they come in the morning, they drop it there, make sure that they write their name and highlight it. Looks like my highlighter is missing. And then I prefer for them to staple their math and ELA together, although they don't always do that. It's helpful. On the bottom, you'll see there's our curriculum and some extra library books. Not very neat though, but the extra ones. Okay. Over here is advice from Ishii. I read the students the book and then they wrote their own advice. If you don't know about Ishii, I would recommend that you read it. It's good for helping with self-esteem and getting along with other people, like social skills. Okay. That poster there, Darth Vader. That's where I keep my flag. Here is our tablets. Here's our any extra papers, like if they lose theirs, they could just come here and pick up their extras. For example, you know, I have some extra choice boards, so they can come get that. There's all their Ishiis that they made. Okay. These are our classroom helpers. And everybody has their name on Velcro, and then they just go there on there. There's math facts, their progress, our birthdays, a project that we did. And this is my ELA wall. In our library, I have my library, my books according to series. So we have Captain Underpants, Dogman, Star Wars, that type of thing. Have paper there, sharpener, and a couple of decorations. This is where the students check out their books. So each book has a, if you open one up, so I will, if I could open one up, it has, like at the library, it has a little pocket. They pull that little white thing out, and then they put it over here under their number. That way I know who has what book. Okay, again, there's my ELA. Here is the place value chart. And then I want to show you my cabinets over here. They're messy, so please be nice. That's where I keep my extra anchor charts, some paper. This is messy. I gotta fix all that. But this is where I keep all the manipulatives. Then on this side is where I keep all my supplies. Okay. And I believe that's everything. Let me pan just one more time so you can see the class one more time. Right now the my students are grouped in groups of 4. I have 24 students, so it kind of makes it nice. But I get bored with the same setup. I think this has to be like the 5th setup that I've done this school year, and I'll probably do another setup. I don't know, I get bored. Again, thank you for checking out my video. Bye bye.